Whew, it's dark outside, in case you can't tell. Good morning. It's about 6 a.m. the Friday before the Belton Hamfest, October 2017. And this is going to be Bound for Belton 2. Let's get on the road. Belton County Expo Center. Somebody on DFW Metro this morning. Yeah, I don't have my seatbelt on yet.
Springtown Repeater.
Springtown. Oh, that's the new one. I say new. That's the repeater that moved from Saginaw to Springtown because the repeater owner, N5GMJ Chris, he moved out there. Apparently he's got it on a tower now. Okay, there we go.
In 1,000 feet, turn right onto
Here we go.
Road.
Good girl. Stay there. Got my co-pilot with me today, Mrs. Electra, right here. My little German Shepherd pup. Whatever. Alright, in this episode, the main reason that I wanted to shoot this episode is because, yeah, it's still really dark. Sheesh. Well, it's dark outside.
KG5 TJJ on mobile.
Take the next right onto Bay Road.
Well, there's some people up really early this morning. Probably doing the same thing I'm doing. KC5 HWB, good morning. KC5 HWB, good morning.
Or is somebody
Yeah, hey.
Good morning. How's your day beginning in your ham world?
Turn right onto West Glade Road.
Oh, pretty good. Just got up and hit the road. Headed down to Belton for the pre-show of the Hamfest this morning.
Well, I forgot about that. There's a Hamfest down there.
Yeah, there is.
Well, indeed. So, took a little time off to head down there, huh?
Yeah, in a manner of speaking, I kind of set my own hours at work right now, so, but yeah, pretty much.
Take the next right onto West Glade Road.
Oh, so you get kind of a flexible schedule, just work a little extra so you can have Friday off, huh? Yeah. Wife has a job that's semi-flexible. I don't, but she does. That's kind of nice. But I have a job, though, that works from 8 to 4, so, I mean, you know, I have 7-hour work days. It's considered full time, so, you know, could be worse.
Oh yeah, that's not bad at all. I kind of work for myself right now, so that's why I get to set my own hours. I can work when I want to, and if I'm not working, I don't get paid, so I don't get any paid time off. But I can kind of take all the time off I want to. But yeah, it's nice having that flexible work arrangement, no doubt.
Now, of course, being that I'm a salaried employee, there is a little clause I signed there saying that, you know, those are the minimum hours, basically. And it said something about all the free overtime you want or something.
Free overtime. There's an idea. Yeah. Free overtime. That's good. I was salaried in one of my last positions, so I know exactly what that is.
Turn left on Highway 121, William D. Tate Avenue.
8:30. It's 8:30 now.
I was kind of hungry at the time and running out of money, so, you know.
In 1,000 feet, use the left lane to take the Glade Road ramp.
Oh, I don't blame you. I do not blame you. I didn't catch your name. The name here is Jason. We talk on this repeater quite regularly, but I don't think I've heard you on here before. Are you from the Grapevine South Lake area?
I'm up here in Carrollton.
Okay.
I'm sorry, Coppell, Grapevine. And yeah, I talk out here all the time. I don't know what time you get out here, but I think I've heard you out there before, Jason. I don't remember. Yeah, Patrick's the name. Yeah, I'm out here every Friday morning. Out here early because I go to a men's group on Friday morning. So and other than that, I'm usually about an hour out here, about 30 minutes. I'm usually out here about 6:45 But on Fridays, I get out here around 6. But no, got my ticket, I think, back in May. So I've been starting to ham for a little bit here now. You know, maybe it was April actually. But yeah, so. But I've been using this repeater, this group of repeaters exclusively for the most part.
All right, so that was a good use of the 443.875 repeater that I've talked about on the show before. That's often the repeater that I will test on if I'm testing an HT from the shack. I'm watching the meter on the camera right now, and I hope there's not too much road noise. I've got the microphone for the radio set down in the speakers in the floor, and I think it may be picking up some road noise since the microphone's in the floor of the truck, because my doggy here is in the passenger seat today. She's going to go with me to Belton and meet some people, and we're going to see see how she does with that. I need to flip over here to the 125 machine. 125. Let's see. This thing. KC5HWB. There we go. Keyed it that time. So I'm connected into the Texas Nexus room, which is I'll do an overlay of the list of repeaters that are connected from like the Colony, Texas, which is up north of Dallas, and they have a linked repeater up there. That's that one that I was listening to this morning that some traffic came across, and I have that repeater, or they have that repeater, and they have one in Burleson, and then they have like repeaters that line I-35 south all the way down to San Antonio now. When I went to Belton in April of this year, I had set this whole thing up and tried to do an on-the-road video, and I had the microphone set wrong on the not my microphone, but the one on the radio. It was the gain on it was set too high. So when the So when the audio came across the radio, it was really overdriven. It sounded like crud. So I couldn't put that on a video because I'm like, this is not really how Fusion audio sounds. Fusion audio sounds very similar to DMR audio. It sounds pretty darn good. But, you know, it's one of those things where I just, I tried to manipulate the audio files a little bit, and I never could get it to sound as good as I wanted it to sound, so I thought, well, I'll just do it again. I don't want to put a video with a really poor audio track on an episode. So, anyway, So here it is again, October of 2017. The Belton Hamfest is technically tomorrow, and as I mentioned before in my videos with Belton, there's a group of people that get down there pretty early on Friday. Actually, there's a couple of guys I know who got down there yesterday. Now, I don't know if they're in the parking lot yet, but they're at least at the hotel where they're planning to stay for the weekend. And they'll be at the parking lot early this morning, setting up for an unofficial outdoor tailgate today. And that is, that happens every time at Belton, and that's one of the cool things about it, is because it's you can get down there and just kind of hang out and do a pre-show, and they have a guy out there with a smoker. I think he was in my last video. I got a video of him last time, and he cooks. You know, you can bring your own stuff to cook, and he'll throw it on there for you, and he brings his own stuff to cook that he sells. He just asked for a donation, so that's probably what I'll have for lunch today. But it's just a good old time down there in Belton, Texas. Hearing some activity on the Mansfield 220 repeater. It's been so long since I've driven my pickup truck. I haven't been on 220 in forever. I don't have 220 in the pilot car right now. I gotta fix that. Let's see. Nope. KC5 HWB mobile.
Good morning, Jason. How are you? KB0DBJ.
Hey, Jim. I thought that was you out there. I was just headed south on 35 here. Just hopped on 35 and downtown Fort Worth and flipped over to this frequency. I heard somebody talking. I couldn't make you out, but doing well. How are you been?
Yeah, there's been a few people on here, off and on, depending.
Well, good. The repeater sounds really good up here. And I haven't been on 220 in a while. Sadly, my work car I've been driving doesn't have 220 in it. I gotta fix that. I gotta figure out something I can do with and find a radio that has a remote mount head. I may just put this tri-bander in there. I haven't decided yet.
Yeah, we had found some things wrong with the feed line when we were up there putting the 2 meter, so it seems to be doing better now.
Okay, good. Well, I'm glad that you were able to fix whatever it was. I didn't know there was anything wrong with it. It definitely sounds good this morning for sure.
Yeah, it's a crackle and it wasn't hearing very well, so we had put up a temporary piece of feed line, but we're going to get some jumpers, some long jumpers, and replace it. So, all right, I hate to cut and run, but I got to get my work done. We got a meeting tonight, so I have a pretty long day. KC5HWB, KB0DBJ.
All right, man. Sounds good. Have a good day. I'm headed down to Belton. I'm going to go hang out down there with all the pre-show folks today, and I'll be back this evening. I won't be there tomorrow because I got a conflict this time, but you guys have a good meeting tonight. I don't think I'll be back in time to make the meeting, but if I am, I may swing by for a few minutes. So 73 and have a good one. KC5 HWB Mobile. Little Mike. All right. Man, I love 220. So freaking fun. I don't know why. I just really, really like it. Because it's unique.
N5WLS, portable.
It's just a unique band, and when you hear someone on 220 and they come back to you, they're always like, oh wow, someone on 220, this is great. N5WLS, I think is what I heard. Good morning. KC5 HWB Mobile. Name here is Jason.
Good morning, Jason. I don't know how I'm good at making it in, but I am downtown Dallas on 5 watts using a Kenwood D74. And just coincidence, I guess, so it's Friday. That's our jeans day here, jeans and t-shirt. And I'm proudly wearing my ham radio 2.0 shirt.
Yeah. Okay, well there you go. Appreciate that. You're actually being recorded on video right now. I'm in the truck doing an on-the-road video driving down to Belton for the pre-show today. So I will be sure to add this part to the video that goes up. Tell me your name again, sir.
N5WLS, name here is Tony.
Tony.
And let's see, 6:34, so a few minutes late, so I'm asked to say 73, but it's good talking. I'm glad to make the video. N5WLS.
Okay, Tony, good to hear from you. Yeah, you're making it in there pretty good for 5 watts from Dallas and into the Mansfield machine. So good to hear you out there this morning, and have a good day at work. 73, KC5 HWB Mobile.
So you may have noticed things have improved a little bit. KB0DBJ.
I didn't catch that, Jim. What'd you say?
I say you may have noticed that things improved a little bit on the 220 repeater.
No doubt. No doubt. Man, no kidding. He was, you know, he had some bacon frying in the background with him, but he was 100% copy. I guess I'm going to have to try that from the house again. You know, my problem is that Grapevine's down in a hole, especially in my neighborhood, and I never really can make it out that far away. I can on the base station, but on the mobile station I have trouble. So I'm going to have to try that again when I get home tonight or tomorrow and figure out if I can get it in this repeater from the house. That'd be really cool if I could.
Yeah, I bet you can. We had a big hole in one of the feed lines, and all our good stuff was leaking out.
Yeah, Roger, Roger. Well, I'm glad you found it then, man. It's doing a bang-up job for sure. I guess I'll do a range test on it and see how far south I can go on 35 before I lose it.
Yeah, down that way is not too hard because of the rain. But now the problem is the 2-meter antenna is too close to it. So we got to do something about that. That'll be next project.
Yeah, Roger. Okay. Well, I'm pretty impressed. I'm glad that. Yeah, I was talking to Steve KM5HT about the 2-meter machine. He was at the Hearst Club I don't know, 3 or 4 weeks ago, something like that, and showed me a bunch of pictures of the new setup he got out there, and I was impressed that you guys went back with the BridgeCom again, because I know you'd had some issues with this one up front, but whatever issues you had, they seem to have resolved themselves, because it's sounding great today.
Yeah, we were blaming a lot of the problems on lack of selectivity. It still is not that great selectivity-wise that, you know, most modern repeaters probably aren't going to be. They shouldn't be here in the 2-meter repeater. Of course, it's only 12 feet away, and the ERP on the 2-meter repeater is tremendous. So the antenna is 11 dB.
Oh, wow. That would do it. KC5 HWB. What antenna do you have on the 220 machine right now?
ComScope DB224.
Okay. Okay, good. I'm guessing that's a folded dipole since it's a DB product, but I found a guy selling some folded dipole 220 antennas on eBay, but they're about $700, which I guess is not too bad of a price considering folded dipoles for 220 are you can't hardly ever find them used. So for a new price, that's a pretty good, I guess. I forget what brand they are though.
Yeah, we might be interested in that. That'd be interesting to check out. You know, that's about what we pay for the 2-meter antenna, but I think the 220 ones are going well over $1,000 new.
Yeah. Yeah, Roger. Well, I'm looking at putting together a 220 machine myself up here in Grapevine, South Lake area. I want to do it with an all-star. I want to run it as an all-star repeater with a Raspberry Pi for the controller. So I've been looking for antennas to put all that together with. And there's a couple of all-star links out there that are 220 only. So there's a bunch of guys with 220 repeaters all linking together, and they say that they ask you not to link to their nodes unless you're on a 220 repeater yourself or a 220 simplex node or something. But so that might be kind of fun to tinker with.
Yeah, I talked to him about doing that in majors, about hooking up into that. I don't know, we may not. We may end up just building our own folded dipole antenna. I've got some plans to do it. That might be our winter project. But yeah, that really gets rid of a lot of the static that the fiberglass antennas tend to pick up a lot of static.
Yeah. Yeah, Roger. I agree. Well, shoot, man, if you guys build one, that'd be a fun project. I'll watch the email list for that, and that would be fun. But yeah, hey, let me know if you end up doing the all-star thing. I've been tinkering around with that quite a bit lately, and that's fun. It sounds a whole heck of a lot better than Echolink does, for sure. Actually planning on doing the Texas Nexus Fusion stuff today, and I probably will. I'll probably have time to do that. I've got another hour.
I'm doing between transmissions. Yeah, the only holdback would be the whole internet. Not the getting internet to the site, but the being hooked to internet. The stigma. It's a stigma. Yeah, but you don't have to use that to
use the, I mean, you can turn that off if you want to, so you can use it as standalone repeater if you still want to. But it's a cool linking system that's available out there for to shoot whatever the heck you want to with it, really. You'd have some of your folks who are on 220 radios that can't quite make the repeater and hook in through All-Star and have them, especially on your net, if you do it on your net, if you do the RagChew net after the check-in net on Thursday nights, you probably pull in a lot more people that way, I would bet.
Yeah, we thought about actually moving the whole thing, the check-in net and everything to here, and then doing All-Star net, and it'd be cool to have other 220 repeaters tied in. Chicago, and I don't know, they were talking about all over the Midwest, just to give the band some activity.
Yep.
You're running out of string.
No, I should be good. I was passing some traffic here. Concentrating on driving. KC5HWB.
Well, that's no fun. I was thinking once we figure out whether we got the repeater stable now, we might just move the whole net to the repeater, and then we could do All-Star net.
Yep.
You know, link to all the other repeaters around the country for that night, for the net. Be kind of fun to have a bunch of 220 repeaters tied in just for that net, you know.
Oh yeah, that'd be real fun. In fact, the if you guys had All-Star now, or well, whenever you get All-Star, the Louisville 220 machine, the Denton 220 machine, and the Colony 220 machine all have All-Star on them. So in theory, you could do like a DFW wide 220 net and link those 4 repeaters together, including yours, and that'd be really fun. People could, you know, key up 220 and hear it from shoot just about anywhere they are. You know, Denton County, Tarrant County, and down here in Johnson, Mansfield County.
Yeah, the Denton one has quite a footprint. That's cool. Alright, I'm going to deliver an office building. It'll take about 15 minutes, so I don't know if you'll still be here when I get back.
I'll be here. I'll keep it on the frequency. I don't know if we'll see how far south I can get on it. So, but I'll be listening. KC5HWB.
Alright, if not, we'll see you tomorrow. KC5HWB, KB0DBJ.
Yeah, you actually won't see me tomorrow because I won't be there tomorrow. Ha ha. Woo, man, it's getting cold in here. Forget how well the air conditioner works in this F-250. It's not it's kind of humid out this morning, I guess. It's not hot. Shoot, it's only 6:45 in the morning, but shoot, that doesn't mean anything for Texas though. There's the sun right there coming up over the horizon. Yeah, you can see it I can see the screen right there of the camera. I can see the screen of the camera in my rear view. So I'm looking in the rear view, looking at the screen of the camera to make sure it's pointing in the right direction. I had it pointing too far to the left a second ago, so I moved it. Now you can see my Fusion radio. Just try to do that again. KC5HWB, Texas Nexus. Yeah, good morning. No, I didn't call anybody. I just threw out my call sign. This is KC5HWB. Good morning.
Okay, good morning. I heard the HWB. I thought somebody was saying HNB. Good morning to you. WD9 HNB Belton.
Okay, Tom. You're in Belton. Are you at the show right now? He didn't act like he wanted to talk.
No, negative.
Okay.
We'll be up there probably later on today. I'm at the Repeater here in Belton, Texas Nexus.
Okay, yeah, Roger. I got an updated list of repeaters from Kevin last night, and I noticed there was one in Belton. So that's a good deal. I'll be trying that when I get down there. I'm headed south right now, and that's my destination. So, all right, Tom, good to hear you this morning, and maybe I'll see you at the show later today. KC5HWB Mobile.
Okay, yeah, I'm the trustee for the Belton Repeater. It's right here at my location. Alright, have a good one. WD9 HNB. We'll also have, if you're there tomorrow, for tomorrow, we'll also have a Shark RF running inside the Belton Expo. It'll be on 436.000. It'll be linked in here as well. WD9 HNB.
They recently added Brandmeister Talk Group 31488 to this Texas
Nexus. H3B, K5 Oregon.
There's Kevin right there. Hey man, good morning. KC5HWB Cleveland Repeater.
Good morning. You must be over there on 35. I'm headed south. I'm going to be going over to Italy, so I'm just now leaving the house.
Yeah, Roger. I left about 6 o'clock, so almost not quite an hour ago. Headed south now. I just talked to Jim on the 220 machine. Well, that thing is sounding fantastic these days. He said they found a problem in the feed line, and once they fixed that, it really opened up. So, really glad to hear some 220 activity this morning, and how well that repeater is sounding. But yeah, I was sitting in the driveway yesterday, setting this FTM 100 back up again, and I was able to key that colony repeater quite easily. I talked to a guy last night on the colony machine, and he was actually on that same repeater, but I think it was in the Texas Nexus room anyway. So that was good to hear something that far up north. I don't think I made that one.
Oh yeah, we got that. There's a Denton one now. That Denton one, that goes all the way up into, it's got that reach up into Oklahoma. The colony, it was being worked on. It was in a temporary spot up around the Denton area, and I think they just finally moved it back in their tower. Yeah, there's days I can pick that thing up down here in Burleson. I hadn't even tried to key it. So, but it's got some pretty good reach. Those two Dallas machines up there, that 2 meter one they got, I think it's at 14696.
No.
That's got some pretty good reach up in in the area of Dallas. But so I can't remember, 425 is their other one up there. We just got a little bald spot here in Fort Worth for a little bit, but that should be fixed right here in the next couple of weeks. We got two guys looking at some repeaters up in that area, so hopefully that'll be done here for too long. You taking any product down, or you just going to go look around today?
No, I'm not taking anything today. I'm just going down there to hang out with all the pre-show fellas down there. It's I've done that last 3 or 4 trips, and the Friday show. Sometimes the Friday show, just hanging out with everybody, is more fun than the actual show on Saturday. I had a conflict tomorrow, so I didn't even buy tables this time. I won't be there tomorrow because I got something else going on. But I didn't want to miss Friday because 2 or 3 of my friends that we hang out with at different Hamfests, they'll all be down there today. So I wanted to go down there and hang out and just, it's going to be a nice day. So I was looking forward to just getting some time down there, but I'll have to head back at home tonight sometime in the evening.
Well, I'm not going to miss you down there. Yeah, we're going to try to leave here tomorrow. I think all of us try and meet up about breakfast time and out Rado and then head down. But yeah, I think Jim even showed a photo of that feed line. I want to say it was like branched over in like a 90 degree and deep braided. I don't know if it got hit with lightning. It did look cooked, but it didn't look like it would hold. So that was a problem.
Yeah, he said something about them finding a hole in it. I didn't know if he meant like a pinhole or if someone had like shot a 22 through it, but I don't know. Anyway, so yeah, but it's definitely doing a lot better now.
Yeah, I can pick that thing up pretty good. I got the 400 in here, so I'm mostly monitoring. I can't transmit it on it. But, yeah, I listen to it most of the time when I'm headed up to the office.
Hey, did Maurice ever get that? He was going to set up 440 Fusion machine, and I think on his tower in Waxahachie, if I remember correctly. Because I can't hit. Well, I was able to, I was able to hit the Colony machine, but that Cleaver machine I can't hit from the house in Grapevine. So I was kind of hoping he would get something set up either there in Arlington or one of the Arlington machines or something. Is that still on the books, or what's the story there?
Last I talked to Maurice, he actually had that pointed to the Arlington UHF machine for a while, and I want to say probably about maybe 3 or 4 days. And then he took it down. And he said he was going to move it to the one in Waxahachie, but I haven't talked to him yet. I usually see him when I get down to Belton. We usually catch up. Hedge, he picked up 2 DR2 repeaters.
No.
And he's probably I think he's going to put it on, well, the first one on his 444.900 that he's got there in Fort Worth. We're going to put that on WIRESx, link it in. But you should be able to hit those 2 Dallas machines, especially the 440 from Grapevine area.
Okay, yeah, I probably can. I asked you for that newly updated list last night because the last list I had from you was probably 5 or 6 months old, and it didn't have those listed, so I never actually tried those before. But with that list you sent me last night, the only one I actually tried was the Colony machine. And I'd actually been to a couple of their club meetings, and they said that they were going to set that one up on full-time digital. So I'm glad to see that they did that. They were in the process of doing it last I spoke to them. So that was good to hear them doing that. But I didn't know there was any Dallas machines in the system until I got that list from you last night. So I'll have to go back and program that stuff in there and make sure I got all that put together.
K54 in Alvarado. Yeah, now, do you travel with a hotspot? We have that bridge now set up for the Brandmeister. 31488 is the talk group on it. And man, those guys, they were playing around with that last night. And I can't remember if I told you or somebody else, but it's funny to hear the guys talking back and forth, not knowing what radio everybody was on and where they were coming from, but they were just having a good old QSO last night. WTO.
KE5WTL, go ahead. KC5HWB, good morning.
KE5WTL, good morning, guys. By the way, this repeater right now is currently sitting on a antenna tower on the south end of Denton. It's not in the colony. They had their water tower repainted.
Okay, well that's good to know. I was able to key it from my driveway in Grapevine last night, so it's doing its job for sure.
Yeah, I don't know if Bob's running M0IL. He's the trustee. I could have sworn I thought they moved that back a couple of weeks ago after that tower got painted. But, yeah, WTL, welcome to the group. I haven't seen a call sign before. This K5RN down here in Alvarado. Go ahead, WTL. I'm out here, and actually I'm kind of limping today. Apparently I put an internal speaker on my radio yesterday, so I threw an external speaker on right before it's going to the top, so Yaesu's getting ready to fix it. So, yeah, I monitor a lot, don't get a chance to talk a lot, because I'm usually from Waxahachie to Fort Worth back, and today I'm headed up to the northeast corner of Denton County, so gotta go work up there again a little more, and got a football game to do tonight with my son, so we'll head in that direction. KE5WTL. Well, I'm gonna pull out here. I gotta jump off here to the QT over in Alvarado. I gotta get some stuff for lunch and stuff. So I'll be back in a little bit. 7-3, Jason. I'll catch you here in a little while. KSOHB K5RN.
I should have brought my Fusion HT. I didn't even think about it. A few minutes ago, I thought I should have brought that and tested that one out in Belton. Okay, man, I'll be here for a bit. I'm about an hour and a half away from Belton. Coming down 35W, almost to the split merger down here. Be switching over the Hillsboro repeater here shortly, so but I'll be here for the whole trip, so I'll catch you in a bit. KC5HWB mobile. I did not even think to bring my Fusion HT, my FT1DR. I could have done that and talked on Fusion from the parking lot down there, but I've got my All-Star node and I've got my Kenwood Tribander, but I don't have my Fusion radio. There's definitely going to be some background noise in this video. I hope I can get it out. I should be able to edit most of it out. As long as the voice clarity audio is good, I should be able to clean up the background noise. I hope I can do that. I'm watching the meter on the camera right there through my rear view, and it is it's showing activity when I'm not talking, and that's just from the road noise, I'm sure. And the fact that I've got the microphone near on the floor, which is closer to the road, so we'll see. Last time I had it in the seat over here, but I got my co-pilot here with me today, so she's taking up the seat while I'm driving down the road.
Figure out what was going on. So yeah, you're still getting in solidly, no problem at all. Tony's gonna try from his office building here in downtown Dallas.
Oh, okay. Yeah, he was in there a minute ago on a 5-watt HT. He said he was doing fine. $220 Mansfield machine.
Yeah, he's our new public information officer. They decided that somebody that's nice should deal with the public.
Roger, Roger. Well, makes sense, I guess. So, yeah, I'll have it on listening and see how far I can get, I guess, before I lose it.
Yeah, you'll notice as you get out of Hillsboro that you'll be going down over a ridge. That's why they use most of the Metroplex repeaters.
Yeah, makes sense. Whew. Oh boy. Okay, sun's up. Dog's happy. You happy? Are you happy? Yeah. We're about an hour and 15 minutes away from Belton for the Belton Hamfest. There we go. That's a little bit better. Zoom out a touch. Pilot, co-pilot. Right? Right? There you go. KC5 HWB. Back up on top of a hill.
Still making it, 100%.
Now I'm starting to notice a little bit more static coming back to me, so yeah, I'm thinking you're right. Here in a minute I'm probably going to lose it.
Yeah, it's pretty tough to fight terrain.
Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure. But hey man, it's doing its job. I tell you what, like I said, it sounds great. I'm excited that you guys got it updated, or I'm glad you were able to find that problem that I guess you didn't know it was there. And it's definitely doing its job now.
Yeah, we couldn't figure out why some days it was really good, some days it was just terrible, so we started keeping track of the wind direction and all that. We thought it was the antenna at first, but yeah, there's this big old crack in the coax. It was really, really bad. So, alright, I'll see you tomorrow. I'm sure you're getting close to the end of the string. KB0DBJ.
All right, man, sounds good. I'll sign with you. Have a good meeting tonight. Like I said, I'm not sure if I'll make it or not, but we'll see what time I get back. So, 73, KC5 HWB Mobile, Hillsboro. Mansfield 220 repeater. That's man, that thing sounds really good. That's a BridgeCom repeater. If I was going to buy a repeater, that's the repeater I would buy. It's more money than I can afford right now. They have a remote base option on it where you can plug in a separate 220 repeater. I mean, they make repeaters 2 meters and 440 also, but you can plug a monoband repeater in the back of the BridgeCom repeater, monoband radio into the back of a BridgeCom repeater, and then you can point the repeater, you can RF link the repeater as a remote base to other 220 repeaters. I always thought that'd be cool to do. Be able to
Morning, guys. Cam5HT.
Oh, there's Steve. I always thought that'd be cool to be able to link 220 repeaters together via RF link around the Metroplex.
Morning, Steve.
So, let's see what the Fusion link is doing, because really the purpose of this video is supposed to be the Fusion Texas Nexus room. AC5HWB. I'm not so impressed with this Hillsboro machine. They were having trouble with it a while back, but I thought that they had resolved that. Perhaps I'm incorrect in that assumption. Let's see. Hillsboro. Alvarado, Hillsboro. What's this one? 44467. All right, let's try that again. KC5HWB. There we go. I think that's better. Whew. Gotta watch where I'm going.
Yeah, you're in there. Go ahead, Jason. K5 Orient.
Hey, Kevin. Okay, sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. I don't know if you have a conversation or not, but I was listening on the 444.4 machine in Hillsboro, man. Seems like there's something wrong with that repeater. I just wasn't able to hear anything. I'm actually in Hillsboro right now, and it wasn't coming through very well.
Okay, on to the next one. That 444.4, I believe, is out in Clifton, Texas. It's like the west side of 35. I'll down to the next one, which covers it's 442.300. Something like that. It's the next one down that covers from where you're at all the way down to about Temple. Wait a minute. There's 300 to be over here loading. Yeah, there's more than one 300.
Huh, more than one. Of course there is. All right, well, I'm on 444.675 right now, which says it's Alvarado and Hillsboro, and it seems to be working fine. You guys are coming through great now.
Well, earlier when Jeff and obviously he was talking, he was getting awfully garbled for some reason. Yeah, Ken, I'm not exactly sure where he was at to know what repeater it was at. I heard around 410. But Jason, yeah, you're right. That 675 is the new one there, so that'll keep it covered for a pretty good distance there.
Okay, good. Good. Okay, good deal. Yeah, it seems to be working just fine. I thought the 444.4 one was the one that was at the Hillsboro Tower, which is where my DMR repeater is. But it's just right off the highway. Not very far off the highway at all, but maybe I'm getting my frequencies confused. I know there's one out there somewhere, or there's one on that tower. I just don't know what the frequency is.
Alright, ours here in Longview is 441.300.
Longview? Did he say Longview?
Yeah, Ken, that may be the case. On the Texas Nexus link, they may have a link repeater in here. I didn't look at the notes this morning, but on the Texas Nexus link going down I-35, we've got the 442.300. Jason, that's the one when you get to Waco, you can jump on that one there.
Okay, yeah, I think I used that one last time I was making the trip, and once I lost Kleber, and I hopped over to that Waco one, and it was good all the way to Belton. Of course, I know there's one in Belton now, Also, that trustee was on here a little bit ago. I think you heard him. It was right before you keyed up, Kevin. But okay, I'll drop down to 442.3 here in just like a few miles, I guess.
Yeah, you can keep going until you see that you're pinging. I don't know if you have it set when you key up and when you let go, there's a little thing that comes back. You just keep an eye on that where it'll actually drop down on scale. And once you get down to about half, you wouldn't have to, but you know, you can click down the next one. I believe I saw another call sign, WTL. Go ahead if you're in there. Yeah, I'm still motivating. I'm there in McKinney now, JU5 WTL.
He's in McKinney, I'm in Hillsboro. That's probably a good, I don't know, drive time. It's over an hour. As a crow flies.
Good to hear you, WTL. And then pass it over there to Jason Ken.
Kevin right there is 70 miles from me.
All right, I'll just...
This guy right here, Ken, he's 68 miles from me.
I'm sitting right on top of my repeater. Jeff, the one that was purple while ago, he was probably almost a tower. So that's getting to be the extreme edge of wires that way. There's one in Cleveland. It's close to our frequency. It might have been
Tyler.
He might have been.
Really? There's Tyler repeaters. I may have to put this freaking radio in my pilot car, man.
By the way, if y'all haven't looked at that tropical storm down there,
that guy's audio is lower than everybody else.
His speed was between 34 and 42 miles an hour. Go ahead and pick it up. I forgot your call sign on all this stuff.
I don't know if he's talking to me or talking to somebody else. He said I forgot your call sign, but I don't know who he's talking about. Alright, I'll pick it up, I guess. KC5HWB. So they have repeaters in Tyler and Longview connected into the system. Are those repeaters on full time into Texas Nexus? Are they digital only, or are they just people hopping around between WIRESx rooms?
Didn't know about the others. They're all over the place, but I haven't heard any of them. I'm going to have to put the frequencies in the 400 radio and start listening to see. What I'm finding out is they're either putting the repeaters into people's houses, fans' houses, and they're not hooking them up to the internet because they either can't afford the internet or whatever. They're just on local repeaters and probably analog. So I'll find out. I'll let everybody know.
Yeah, that wasn't really my question, but okay. It's typical Fusion repeater usage is analog only for a club, or people put them up at their houses and using them for analog and trying to use it digital maybe, but the digital part of Fusion never really took off the way that people thought it would. DMR squashed the hell out of it because DMR is an all-digital system and Fusion is not. But this Texas Nexus room, see, he's a lot louder than that guy, Ken. Ken, he's just not very loud. WTL and Kevin were both louder than he was.
Yeah, what's your QTH, and are you calling through a repeater, a hotspot? You said you were, I think, near Kilgore. I didn't know if we have another repeater in the link or something out there in your area, but could you give me a little bit of information about the frequency or whatever, what you're using to get into the network here? All right, we've got a Fusion repeater here by QTH putting the about 70 watts into the collector. Into hardline, going up in power about 70 footage, an 11 dB antenna is hooked up to this room permanently. Let me check it. If you go down the interstate 60 miles west of the Louisiana, Texas line, and you go north, you'll go right over the top of it. The other repeaters down here, I don't think any of them are hooked to the internet. Then it won't start finding out. So you can put them down in the back or whatever. You know what we're doing.
If he's on top of his repeater, he's not doing a very good job making it into his repeater.
Okay, yeah, well, I still listening. What's the QTH of the repeater there? What's the location of it? It's on the other end of the house from me. And frequency is
yeah, where's your house, dude?
41.300 standard offset 130.
I think he said Kilgore. I think he said Kilgore.
Okay, the location Kilgore, Tyler, I can't remember, I think you said earlier, what's the location of it?
Longview. Okay.
Oh, even better. I got family up around here. Longview, Bedford, Carthage, and Leadwater. Yeah, there. Oh, welcome to Texas Nexus.
I maybe start to lose this repeater myself here, so let's go to 2.3. There we go.
Great. Have a nice day. I'm going back out too. I need to go down on our local repeater and try to catch Jeff again. I have a neat location. I'm on a slight rise where everything goes down from me and sitting on the iron ore gravel. So I can take an indoor antenna and hit the Tyler repeater, which is 40 miles away. Everyone have a nice morning. I'll be back in here home there at 12. So 85 easy clear.
Alright, switch over to the Waco machine, KC5 HWB. Well, it sounds pretty cool. They got some repeaters out there in the East Texas area. That's I didn't catch whether they were on full time or not, but it's good to hear people from that part of the state for sure.
It is a full-time home.
It is on full time.
And IQT San Antonio, good morning.
He's in San Antonio. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, San Antonio station, good morning, KC5 HWB. Southbound I-35 in almost to Waco.
KC5HWB, good morning. I thought I heard
155 miles from
W5BUG they're Ron and Shannon up in Longview, I think that's what you said. Welcome to the group. I think I've heard you on before. I know you want to go, but good morning. Sounding good here in South Texas, here in San Antonio. So let's see. I'm probably out of rotation here, but let's see. Is it Ron? Are you in there to be 5BUG? If not, somebody correct me and put me back in here correctly. Thank you. I wanted to let the systems drop. You actually, your transmission repeated itself, which is the system buffer was full, and it actually repeated half your transmission. It's real good. Well, yeah, this is a very impressive system. It's a lot of fun, and it's kind of a big family of friends out here, the way I look at it. All ran and just good people. Well, I don't want to stay long. I just want to come in and say good morning, Kevin, Ken, Longview. Nice to hear you. Jason. And there goes my phone, NAIQ.
Typical. Happens to me all the time. All right, Doug. 73, good to hear from you. Good to meet you. And yeah, it's not my first time on the system, but my first time in a while. So I guess back to you, Kevin, K5ORN from KC5HWB. He might have stepped out.
Alright guys, y'all be careful. I have the HT out with me on the bicycle here, so I'm going to start rolling. Y'all have fun. I'm at the hilltop here. 7-3, K5 ORAN, Italy.
Italy. Alright man, 7-3, have a good one. Be careful out there bicycling. We're headed southbound to the pre-Hamfest down here in Belton, so KC5HWB Mobile. Oops.
KC5, HWB, K5, KOY. What are you doing over here, Jason? I hardly ever hear you on the Fusion there. Go ahead.
Hey, Coy, good morning. You haven't been on DMR in a while, man. That's usually where I am. But no, I wanted to, I'm driving down to Belton this morning. I wanted to work the Texas Nexus system while I was in the truck, because it's got really good coverage the whole way. So I just want to get over here and do it. I was thinking about putting the Fusion radio in the truck here a while back, and I went to go do it, and I found out that somebody at Yaesu was smoking crack or something when they designed this radio and put the microphone connector on the body instead of on the face of the radio. And I need a remote to remote mount the radio. I've got all my radios mounted in the back of my car, in my pilot car, and they're mounted kind of in the back trunk section area, and then I have all the heads run remotely up to the front and everything mounted to a RAM mount. But I don't have an extension cable for a microphone for this radio, so I never got around to doing that. But I keep going back and forth on whether I want to put this one in there or not, but I think I'm going to probably go ahead and do it. This Texas Nexus system seems to have grown quite a bit since the last time I was on it.
Oh yeah. Yeah, Jason, it's grown immensely. It's quite large now. Yeah, and yeah, I haven't turned on the DMR in a while. I guess what I need to do is get out there and download the latest, greatest code plug from your website and update it. It's pretty outdated, I think. I hadn't even turned it on in probably 4 or 5 months.
Well, there's been a lot of updates, a lot of changes, a lot of new systems come up. I don't really have stuff on my website much anymore. I do have software downloads, but we keep a repository of everything in Texas. If you go to dmrtexas.net, you can download, you can find repeater information for the entire state, and you can download code plugs from there as well. So if you want a updated code plug, that's the best place to get it, to go get it. is dmrtexas.net.
Okay, well that shows you how long it's been, because the last one I got from your website. Yeah, I got that here, dmrtexas.net. Okay. Now I'm going to have to do a few updates on some radios this weekend, and might as well do that too.
There you go.
Anyway, how's it going? I guess you're going down to set up for the show. You're going to be a vendor there?
No, not this time. I'm just going down to hang out with the pre-show guys today. I had a conflict tomorrow, so I'm actually coming back home tonight, probably this evening sometime. I don't know what time yet, whatever time I feel like hopping in the truck and driving back. Try to avoid rush hour as much as I can. But, so I'm just coming down here for kind of like the tailgate thing today, and just to hang out really and kind of socialize with all the guys that get down here on Friday. Last 3 or 4 shows I've done that, and I really have a good time on Friday, almost better than I have on Saturday, being inside. But I won't be there on Saturday this year at all.
Okay, well, good to hear you on the Nexus anyway, for a change. I still get all of the DMR stuff on my Yahoo thing there, and I've seen quite a few coming online, so I guess I really need to update that code plug. Yeah, I just live so far from any repeater. It's kind of hard for me to get out sometimes. So I guess that may be why I lost a little interest. I tell you, every time I go down to Dallas, I take it with me, and I have a pretty good time on there, but I haven't even been to Dallas in a while.
Well, remind me again where you live.
Yeah, I live right on the Dallas-Collin County county line, right off of Coit.
Okay.
So, yeah, just a little rough finding any repeater that I can get into on a regular basis. Go ahead.
Okay, Roger. Yeah, that area up there is. It could use a couple more repeaters up there. That's for sure. I don't know if you've tried the Aubrey machine. It has fairly good coverage. It has really great coverage up north, but I keyed Aubrey from an HT standing in Louisville before, and you're closer than that, so it's got really good coverage. But yeah, that's definitely an area that could use more repeaters in Collin County and in the Plano area, Richardson area, that kind of thing. There's a lot of hams out there, and just not very good, not nearly as many as we have out here in Tarrant County.
Yeah, that's what I know. I'm either having to try to get into that Dallas machine or the one up in Denton. And I haven't been able to get into that Aubrey machine before, but I think my code plug was so limited at the time that there was like one top group or something. Wasn't very much to look at the time. So I just really need to update my code plug and see if there's a little bit more available to me.
Yeah, Roger. Well, let me know if you have any questions about it. Which Fusion repeater are you coming in through right now?
Well, I could hit one of about 4 from here, but I'm actually just using my node here at the house. Fixing to get moving, heading towards work up in Frisco. But yeah, when I'm here at home, I'm on the node.
Okay, yeah, QSL. Makes sense. I had this radio, this is an FTM 100. I had it set up as a node for a short bit there at the house and used it that way. It works well. Just wanted to bring it out and put it in the truck, so I didn't keep it going like that.
Yeah, that's what I got here too, is a 100. I've got a couple of those. I've got one in the car, and then one here as a node. And then I've got 2 of the FT2s, which I use to talk into the node with. That's what I got.
Good deal. Well, hey man, it's good to hear you again. I know you said you're trying to get ready for work or about to head into work or something. So I won't keep you. And maybe I'll hear you out there again sometime. I think I'm going to go ahead and put this radio in the car on a permanent basis and have availability to it. So maybe I'll be back on Texas Nexus before too long.
Yeah, okay, Jason. Well, you find that it's quite a bit larger and quite a bit more active than what you remembered. Great group of guys on here, and fairly knowledgeable as well. But yeah, we'll look to hear you on there, and I'm gonna get that code plug updated this weekend, so maybe I'll get in on the net next week. Hey man, enjoy the show, and it's great to hear you on the Nexus 73 for now, from the top of Texas here in North Dallas County, K5 KO1.
All right, Coy. Like I said, good to talk to you again. Yeah, hopefully I hear you on DMR coming up too, but I'm going to try to be over here more as well. So 73, have a good morning. KC5 HWB Mobile. So I think what I was trying to say earlier is that the Fusion system was kind of squashed by DMR because as far as the digital side goes, but if people would use it the way that this is being used, it would be a lot more advantageous, at least for me. You know, some people like the mix mode. I think the AMS mix mode is a waste of time. I think if you're going to do that, you might as well just, I don't know. I don't know what you might as well do, but I wouldn't do it. It's a waste of time because people hear the digital noise and they key the repeater and it switches everything to analog, and it's just, there's no point to it. So if you're gonna put up a Fusion repeater, run it in analog or run it in digital. Do it one or the other. Don't mix it up. I mean, it's your repeater, do whatever you want to with it, but if it were me, that's how I would do it. I wouldn't jack with trying to get it running mix mode. I think that's a waste of time. But there are some people who put up some digital only machines and connected them into this room, and they're running full time on there, and I think that's That's a pretty cool thing to do, I think. Goodness, well that works. You're awfully loud, KC5 HWB.
No things on it, back to my game now.
Yeah, it's pretty darn loud. It's probably because it's crossing over from DMR, I would suspect, but I don't know. It's I mean, you're readable. It's just a lot louder than the other stations that were in here earlier.
Let me bring my CD correction up here and I'll back it down.
Okay. Sounds good. KC5 HWB monitoring. Almost to Belton. Rod is coming in through an open spot on Brandmeister Talk Group 31488, which is now currently, and I think permanently, linked to the Texas Nexus room. He's also talking on a Motorola. That may be why he's louder than most. But he can adjust that in his CPS. So hopefully he'll come back in a second. It did show his call sign. It showed KD5HQF across the screen there. It didn't show his distance, probably, I'm guessing, because he's coming in through a hotspot rather than a fusion radio, I'm guessing. (292) exit 292 to Belton. KC5 HWB.
Take exit 292, then merge onto North Interstate Highway.
I thought I heard Rod come back there in there a second ago. There he is. Yeah, he turned it down too far. Okay, there you are. You probably went too far though. Your audio's really low now.
Alright, I kind of wondered. Just figured I'd better safe than sorry. Alright, CPS is awful slow. I gotta get it upgraded to 15. Oh, my lagging so bad.
Are you talking about your hotspot?
Turn right onto Texas 1.
No, the 5550.
Oh. Oh, okay. Okay. All right. Yeah, it's definitely, I mean, I got my volume turned way up now. So it's working. It's just, yeah, you just got to tweak it until you get it right, I guess.
Right. I knocked it down about 6 dB.
Then turn left.
That was probably too far. I need to come up about 3 dB. That should be about right. People have told me I'm loud on this thing for a long time. I'll just have changed it. Give me just a minute.
Stay out of trouble, Gary. I just drove by Gary here in the parking lot, pulling into Belton now. KC5 HWB. No, stay here. I think so, yeah.
Take the next left, then you'll arrive at your destination.
Kilo 4 Delta Kilo Kilo, mobile.
I do. Oh, she's excited to see you.
Oh.
Aren't you? Aren't you?
She's not very young.
She's 2.
Is she?
Yep.
What are you doing, pretty girl? Huh? Oh, you're a sweetheart.
Let's not climb out the window,
I
though.
always wanted a German Shepherd. They're supposed to be really good.
Yeah, she's good.
What you doing, huh? You smell that food? Just got through eating?
Probably so.
Huh? Oh, you're soft. You're pretty. Yes, you are. You think you're a lap dog? You think you're a lap dog?
She does.
This has been Ham Radio 2.0, a YouTube production by KC5HWB. Visit our website at www.livefromthehamshack.tv. Please also stop by our Facebook page at fb.me/hamradio2. Be sure and subscribe here on YouTube to keep up with all the new videos that are posted nearly every Monday. 73s everyone, and thanks for watching.